Hey everybody, Trainer Joe here. Today I'm asking the question and I'm going to answer it. Are you choosing obesity? I say I'm going to answer it, you can answer it, but I'm going to tell you what I believe about this. Are you choosing obesity? Is obesity something you can choose to be or not to be? Hey, if you find this helpful, please share it. So what difference does it make if you can choose to be obese or choose not to be? Well, here's one difference it makes. If you can't choose, if it's out of your power, then why make it a priority? You're just setting yourself up for a disappointment, right? But if you can choose it, then it should be empowering to know that. This is something I can do. I met with a group of about 40 people 3 weeks ago. And they came to my program. All of them want to lose weight. And I told them at that time, I said, everyone in this room can be at the correct weight in a matter of months. Every one of them. And I believe it with all my heart. Because it's true. Some had 10, 15 pounds to lose. Some had 100. Some had closer to 200 pounds to lose. Every one of them could be in a healthy weight range in a matter of months. Now, should I have gone around and said, well, everybody except for you, and you, it's not possible for you, and you, it'd be impossible for you? No. You know why? Because that would be a lie. Usually, the only problem people have is they need a little kick in the butt. They need some accountability, some encouragement, and a plan. It's usually really all that's necessary. But sometimes it's more complicated than that. Sometimes it sure seems more complicated than that. We have a metabolism issue. We have health problems. We're on a medication that makes us hungry. And suddenly it's like, whoa, this is going to be tough. Hey, life is about trade-offs, isn't it? And you're going to have to decide, what's it worth to me? If you've decided that getting to a healthy weight is a priority, okay, then how much of a priority? Because there's going to be trade-offs, right? Cake, more cake, or stay at this weight, or lose some weight, right? It's a trade-off. Go for a walk or watch the show. It's a trade-off. It's all about trade-offs. And if suddenly you find out, well, my metabolism is weak, your trade-off might be bigger. Wow, well, Deborah gets to eat cake, a big piece, but my metabolism's messed up. I just get a little piece. It's a trade-off. You willing to trade that? Or I'm on a medication that makes me hungry. I'm hungrier than Deborah. Well, that's not fair. It's a trade-off, though. You can go around hungrier and still do it, but don't say you can't. There's two different things we got to talk about here. I am not judging anybody for choosing to be obese. I'm not. And I think there are times where that would be probably the right choice. I'm not judging that. What I'm judging is you believing a lie and living in a lie. Don't do that, because if you believe that you can't lose weight, you're believing a lie. So I'll judge that. I'm not judging if you decide and said, it's not worth it to me. I'm better off being obese than doing what I would need to do to be the right weight. I'm okay with that. But don't tell me you can't, because that's not true. My wife was talking to my mother-in-law, and she was being honest with her, very frank conversation, and she said, Mom, you know, you'd be a lot healthier, I think, if you lost 20 or 30 pounds, because her mom has some significant health problems. She's in her 80s. Hopefully she hasn't figured out how to watch me on Facebook. If you have, hi, Mimi, don't be mad. And she said, you'd be healthier. And her mom said, 20 or 30 pounds? She said, well, I wouldn't hardly get to eat anything. That's the trade-off most people are needing to make and are unwilling to make. That's normally the case. Well, I wouldn't get to eat as much as I want to eat. That's normally the case. Now, there are those with metabolism issues, health issues, I'm hungry all the time, syndromes, and things that are going to make it hard. A lot harder than the normal person that just wants another piece of cake. But don't say it's impossible. Say it's harder for me because I have this going on and that going on. It's harder for me. I'm good with that. And for a lot of people, it's just they don't want that pressure. Right? Because if you say it's possible, suddenly you're like, oh, don't tell me it's possible. Now I got to do it. It makes us feel better if we tell ourselves or somebody tells us, hey, no pressure. You can't do it. It's impossible for you to do it. Don't feel any pressure to do it. There's no way you could lose weight because you've got this family history and the metabolism and you're on these medications and you've got this short legs or something, and it's just not going to be possible. We don't want the disappointment. Do you know those people that will watch a UK game and before it comes on, they start complaining. They say, well, we're going to lose. There's no way we're going to beat North Carolina or Duke or Louisville with this team and we got this guy out and this problem, that problem, that problem, that problem. Why are they doing that? Why are they saying this other team we're playing, they're great. We're not that good. Why are they doing that? They don't want to be disappointed if we lose. It's the same thing here. There's no way I could lose. I got this and that and this and that going on. There's no way I could do it. Now, we were at the fair. I was at the fair with my grandson. And there's this game you can play called the bottle up game. And I actually, when I was younger, I practiced it to where I could do it. A silly thing I decided one summer I was going to do, and I can actually do it. And my grandson, I won a big prize, and he said, well, I want to do it, Grandpa. And I was like, oh, no, he wants to do it. He's going to be disappointed if he can't do it. You almost want to, well, I don't want you to do it, but he wants to do it, and he saw me do it. And I said, well, okay, Adler, you can try, but you're not going to be able to do it. Okay, and I was trying to prepare him. It ain't going to happen when you try to do what I just did. You can't do it. I've practiced. I've prepared. And he tried it, and he cried because he couldn't do it. There are things you can't do. Okay, there are things that are impossible for you. You'll never be a professional basketball player if you're watching me right now, most likely. You'll never be a world champion bodybuilder, okay? There's certain things you can't do, okay? It ain't gonna happen. It's impossible. This ain't one of them. You getting to a healthy weight ain't one of them. Imagine it be something like you deciding that you want to wake up earlier. So you make a commitment. I'm going to get up every morning at 4 a.m. Okay, well, that's going to be tough. I don't even want to take that on. Not me. Now, you're a morning person. It may not be a big deal, but I'm going to get up every morning at 4 a.m. Well, let's make it a little more juicy here. Let's say if you do it for 365 days in a row, you get $1 million. 4 a.m., you get $1 million. You got to do it every day. If you miss once, you don't get your $1 million. You going to do it? Well, but one night I got sick and I felt terrible. So I slept till 4:30. Fine. You chose it, okay? You could have gotten up. Well, one night the baby kept me up all night, so one night my alarm didn't go off. That's fine. You could have chosen a backup alarm or two. You didn't. You can get up if you want to get up, or you can give me all the excuses in the world why you slept in. But it was a choice that you made. You decided it was worth it, okay? You had the flu, you had a headache. Some people will go to work and they work every day. They choose to work every day. And they go to work even if they feel terrible. You know them. You might be one. You never miss work, no matter what. Then there are those that, man, I got a headache. I'm going to stay home today. It's not bad, but I don't need to be going to work. Okay? There's different mindsets. What about the Supreme Court people? The Supreme Court judges, and it's really important. So they stay there forever. You got Ruth Bader Ginsburg that's going to work, and I've heard of them taking Supreme Court justices in on their hospital beds because it's so important. They get there. Somehow they get there. A lot of this is just, how important is it to you? Now, you don't misunderstand me. I am not judging someone for choosing to be obese. I'm not. And I believe there are times where I would choose to be obese. If I knew I was going to be on a boat for 3 months with no food, prior to getting on the boat, I would eat a lot of food and gain as much weight to Help me survive. But the problem is a lot of us do that and you ain't getting on a boat. Right? You don't need to do that. And I don't mean to be hard on somebody that would really like to do this and it's very, very difficult. I got that. But it's not impossible. I'm Trainer Joe, helping you train your brain and transform your body. If you need some help, we will post in the comments upcoming events that we have. And one of them's free here in just 2 or 3 weeks. Would love to see you there. Share this for me if you would, if you liked it. If you didn't like it, still share it. Somebody else might. Thanks a lot. Have a great week.